Okay, so it's New Year's Eve.
Yes.
Congratulations, Fumika san.
Not yet, but yay.
Now, in about 7 hours, we're heading into a new year, 2022.
Yep.
It's so exciting now.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's just too fast, but
It's
I'm
just
excited
too
for the
fast.
new year, yes.
gets faster each year, right?
Yes.
Yeah, as you age.
As you get older.
But so to wrap up this year, I'm going to introduce the end of the year story.
Okay.
Okay, like Nutcracker and Ballet, or like, Symphony Number 9, Beethoven. Like they play at the end of the year, right? I don't know.
Do they? I'm not sure.
Daiku in Japanese, like, yeah, they play that. Now, a popular story in Rakugo is Shibahama. One of the stories is Shibahama. That's the end of the year story. And another end of the year story is called Bunshichi Mottoi.
Bunshichi Mottoi.
Yeah, that one I don't think I have introduced to you.
I don't think I've heard it.
And that story, I want to hear your opinion.
Okay.
It's a really long story, maybe like 50 or 60 minutes.
Oh, okay. When you do it in an actual show.
When you actually do it. So I make it short. But the same person actually made this story, the Shibahama, the person who made Shibahama, Sanyutei Encho, like the genius. Okay.
Is this a common one that people do at the end of the year?
It's common. It's
Okay.
like a big
Everyone knows
story,
it. Okay.
big, touching, story.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like a masterpiece story.
Okay.
So there's a gambler. Okay, the guy is a gambler, the husband. He gambles around, and he's like broke. He comes back home, and his wife is crying. Of course, he loses money. This is the end of the year, and he asks his wife, "Why are you crying? I mean, I can gamble again, make some money. What are you talking about? Our daughter, Ohisa, is gone. She disappeared from our home. Oh, maybe she made a boyfriend or something. She's playing around. No, she's a serious kind of girl. She doesn't do that. She's like teenager, 16, 17. And so she probably became desperate, seeing the situation in our house and just us fighting each other all the time about money. So she got desperate. So she went away. And I don't even know if she's alive. She maybe have thrown herself into the river or something. No, don't say that. And they're talking. And then a guy from basically a brothel in Yoshiwara. It's like the pleasure part of the town in Edo. Okay. Yoshiwara was like the pleasure district in the town of Edo. Now there was a shop called Sanozuchi, basically a brothel, and a young guy came from there, asking for the husband, saying, "Okay, our madam, the owner of the brothel, is calling for you, so please come along." So the husband goes, and then he finds out that his daughter had basically sold herself into the brothel to make money
For the family.
for the family.
Oh, okay.
And the husband the father basically had 50 ryo of money that he had to pay back. And if she sold herself, she would be able to make 50 ryo. But the madam was a very kind person, and she had known the father from a long time ago. He was a carpenter who did some job at her shop as well, and he was a good carpenter. So she knows, and she's like, "Why are you gambling? You're such a good carpenter. You should do your job." And the guy was like, "Yeah, I know, but I gambled. I lost money, and then I try to make some more money. So I gamble and I lose more money, and it just rolled up, and now I have 50 ryo." Now, your daughter is such a nice girl, and she's willing to sell herself into this kind of place for you and for the family. What are you going to do about her? And the father says, and he starts to scold the daughter.
Oh, she's there too.
Yeah,
Okay.
she's there too. And then the madam stops. "What are you doing?" Okay, you don't have the right to do. She's doing all of this because of you. Now I have a deal for you. I like you and I know you can work. So let's make a deal. Next year, I'm going to wait till next end of the year, December 31st. I'm going to lend you 50 ryo. And I'm not going to let her treat any customer until then. She's going to learn the business, and I'm going to teach her like shamisen and other things. So they're not like just like prostitutes. They're courtesans, a bit like in the middle, maybe. So I'm gonna teach her like how to read and write. So they had education in those quarters as well, and play instruments. So until next year. But one day after that, if you don't bring the 50 ryo, I'm gonna make her treat the customers. And what do you think about that? And the father says, thank you. Okay, I take that deal. I'm gonna save up money, and then I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna save my girl. So my daughter.
My daughter, yeah.
Yeah, my daughter. So please, I'm sorry for this, but wait for your dad to come back. I'm gonna work very hard. And he gets the 50 ryo. And on his way back, he sees a young guy trying to jump off a bridge into a river. And he stops the guy. Hey, wait a minute, what are you doing? And the guy's like, oh, I'm just working for a merchant. I'm a young guy working for a merchant shop. And I went to collect some money. And then I collected 50 ryo. On my way back, someone stole the money on this bridge. Someone bumped into me and stole the money from me. And I have no money. And if I go back, I don't have anything to tell my boss. So I'm going to die. And the guy's like that. And the father says, don't do that. I mean, it's just money, okay? Just apologize to your owner. And he won't tell you to die. He won't kill you. But the guy says, no, I'm too embarrassed. I'm so ashamed. My boss has taken so good care of me. And I have lost such great money. I can't face him. I'm going to die. No, don't. No, I'm going to die. And then they continue that.
I'm getting a
and
really
then
bad
while
feeling.
later, the father goes, okay, are you really going to die? Now, if you have the 50 ryo, are you not going to die? The young guy says, well, yes, if I have 50 ryo, I won't die. But there's no way I can chase the thieves. And the father says, okay, this is a very important money that my daughter has made for me. But I don't want to see you die in front of me. So I'm going to give you this money. And you just pray for my girl to be healthy and stay healthy. Okay? And he just throws the money and goes back. And he goes back and tells his wife the story. And they get in a fight again, right?
I would too.
Yeah. And then, so while they're fighting, this young guy goes back to his shop and sees the owner. And the owner has been searching for this guy, the young guy, because his name is Bunshichi, the young guy. They've been searching for Bunshichi because they had received the news from where he went to collect the money that he left money there.
Oh. Okay.
So it wasn't the thief. He just
Forgot.
left the money there, forgot. And from there, they had already received the money. And Bunshichi comes back. And he says, here's 50 ryo. What's this extra 50 ryo? What happened? And then Bunshichi tells the true story. So he was going to die. He thought he got stolen. He was going to die. And then this guy.
Random guy.
Yeah, came and threw him the 50 ryo and went back. And they heard the entire story. And then, so it was a happy ending at the end. The shop master said, okay, we are going to buy the daughter back from the brothel. And we are going to return her to her family.
Okay.
And then two of you are going to get married, and the two of you will make a shop of your own. So, and that's a happy ending, and that's the story, basically.
Okay. There's
right?
a lot of questions, but okay.
Yeah. So, and it's supposed to be, or it's considered, a very touching, very nice story.
Okay.
But there are some parts, I believe, that does not fit the modern values, right? What do you think of this story?
Well, so first, like so the guy that was about to that he was saying, I'm going to die. How does he know that the father sold, or not sold, but how does he know the whole situation?
How does he know?
Yeah.
So he first rejects the money. Okay, I can't.
Okay. So there's
he
a
goes
scene where
yeah.
it's explained.
I can't receive this money. And then the father says no, but I'm going to tell you this, and he tells the story.
Okay. Because that was kind of like there was no connection to why this all happened. Okay, so that's connected.
Yeah. So like it's considered a good story because the father is like a Edo kind of person, where you save the person in front. You don't think about other things.
But he sacrifices his daughter. This story is just all too complicated, and there's just too many like. I mean, I know there are some good parts, and I think it can turn into a good story if like the character and their like roles were changed. Like, I mean, just the father. I don't know. I don't like it because I'm just totally irritated just because like I would replace as a female and being able to picture like if my dad was in this situation. First of all, him gambling just already kind of like
okay from the beginning
pisses me off, and it's like
pisses you off.
And then the fact that his daughter is trying so hard to do what she can, and he's almost saved, but then he tries to save someone else. Like he's just too nice. I mean, I understand being nice is necessary in this world, but it depends on who you're nice to. And
Right. Yeah.
So a lot of the choices in between are just like what, and if it's a good happy ending at the end, it's okay, I guess. But I don't know. It's just. I'm probably missing out on a lot of the details, towards the end. You kind of just like scrunched it up to make it really short. But,
yeah.
I don't know. I feel like it could be a good story, and people can enjoy it. But there's just a lot of points where it's just too irritating, and I'm just like, what?
Yes. So that's the problem that this story is facing, I think, right now.
Okay, so back in the days,
it used to be a very good story that people could relate to, right? Well,
not relate to, but just enjoy.
Sort of understand, the father of those days. He's sacrificing his family, the most important people, in order to, maybe save a stranger.
But okay, wait. So now that I think about it, if I was in that position, I'm seeing someone that's gonna like jump, die or whatever, like I would want the proof, and I would go with him. I wouldn't just throw it at him and be like, okay, I would want the proof, and I would just be like, okay, he's, I would probably go with him to the store and be like.
That is exactly what I think as well. If I were the father, if I had responsibility for my daughter, I would tell him, I would try to be nice to him. I would try to save him, but okay. I'm going to go with you to your store, and I'm going to apologize with you, okay, so that your master will not treat you so bad. I'm going to lower my head together with you. So just come, bring your courage with you and just come along, because he may be lying.
Exactly. That's why this whole time I was like, wait, he
may be a thief, right?
I was trying to figure out why this guy is all of a sudden in the story. I thought that something like that would happen because it's too much of a coincidence. So I was just like, okay, what's the catch? Like, what's going to happen? Like, I wasn't trying to.
Yeah, in the modern days, that could actually happen. Yeah, someone trying to
be scammed, like sagi, right?
Yeah.
That's why I was like, sagi. I thought it was going to be like a scam story too.
But yeah. It could turn out to be like that. So to check that as well. You should go along.
Exactly, yeah. So there's a lot of things I would want to change to make it more happy and understandable and relatable. But I mean, I could, it could be turned into a good story. So maybe you should change like a lot of like.
Yeah, the key point of the story is basically, can you give your 50 ryo to a total stranger to save his life? You know, that's like the big question of the story. But my question is, there would have been some other choices as well between giving or not giving the money that you can do. And why not explore that possibility? And then the last scene, the young couple getting married. You know, these are like the master of the shop and the father deciding that. What's their feelings, you know? Especially the daughter.
Especially the daughter, exactly.
Yeah.
So her feeling, the female is not treated as a human in a way. So
I mean, she would feel gratitude to the master of the shop who saved her from the brothel. But this guy, Bunshichi, he didn't do anything.
Yeah,
he was just trying to die and by mistake. He was just a clumsy guy who left the money and just thought to himself that he got stolen.
Wait, so how many years ago was this story written?
About 150 years ago.
150? Okay, yeah. It's definitely from, like, it represents the times and how, you know, females were looked at, and yeah.
So that is one reason, or the main reason that I have not performed this in English, because I will have to make a lot of treatments in the story to make it work in English.
Wait, so in Japanese you do it though?
Yes, I have done it a couple of times, yes.
What's the reaction of like the Japanese audience?
It's like if they have an image of those days, they sort of can sympathize with the whole story.
Oh, okay. Or maybe like people who know the story in advance kind of can pick up just the entertainment part of it and not really think too much about it. But if it's like for the first time, you know, as like an English listener, or even just the first in Japanese, if you hear it for the first time going with like, you know, a lot of like, you know, looking forward to entertainment, it's like, okay, wait, there's just a lot of details that don't make sense.
There's a lot of question marks during the story.
It's like an interesting story, and I like how it goes. Like, you know, it's like, okay, what's gonna happen? Oh no, what's gonna happen? You know, but the details of it is just not really appropriate.
Yeah.
Or depending on the person, there's just so many ways to think about it. So
yes. There's funny parts in the middle where, like, for example, where the father gives Bunshichi the money. He's like he feels reluctant as well. You know, he has some fight within himself. He's like, okay. Do I have to give this money? You know.
Oh, okay.
And he's like, he's not gonna give you money. So, hey, so you should live. And the guy is stubborn. The Bunshichi is stubborn, and so he tries to bargain in the beginning. Okay, how about 10 ryo?
Okay.
He says no.
I see.
Okay,
I see.
20 ryo.
Okay.
25. And no. So you have to have 50.
Okay.
And then he goes, damn it, take this.
Okay. So I think like this, you know, when you for this story, when you like cut it up and make it into a summary, it doesn't like, I don't understand it exactly.
The feeling of the father.
Yeah. Because I was I think you should do a remake of it and just do like an updated version.
Yes, I feel like that too.
So the Japanese one, you just do exactly like as it is in Japanese?
Yes, until, I don't know, it was like 4 or 5 years ago that I did this story.
Oh, okay. So you yourself also feel a little bit
yes, I
like,
am reluctant to do it.
Okay.
The style.
Even in Japanese? Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, times are definitely
So
changing.
yeah, I'll have to think about it. But, and then if I can make myself willing to do it, it becomes more fun for me as well.
Yeah, definitely.
So yeah. So Bunshichi Mottoi was a no for me.
No, but I want to see like the
Has a
updated
possibility.
version.
Yeah.
Like the plot or like the way it moves forward, the storyline kind of like was interesting, but the details were just not.
Okay.
For
so
the
we'll
date.
decide again with the new version.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm excited for that actually, for the new version. Okay. During the next year, you can work on it.
Yeah. But if I do the old version in front of you, you're going to be really irritated, right?
Yeah, but you know what? I think the short version wasn't enough. So I want to hear what it would sound like, the full version with the details. No, actually, no. It won't change it. It won't change it. It won't change it.
Probably won't change.
It won't change, yeah.
Yeah.
So the updated version.
Okay. Next year.
Yes.
See you again next year.
See you again next year.
See you again.
Bye.
Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.